We all have stories to tell. I guess you could say this is one of mine. My name is Curtis. Years ago, I was on a junior varsity tennis team at my high school in Michigan. It was the second semester of the school year, and I wanted to be involved in something. I thought it would look good on my record to be involved in groups, and I was willing to try tennis, since they needed new players. I had some friends who played for fun sometimes, so I thought I would be able to learn quickly and be of use to the team. More importantly, however, I had been good at Mario Tennis on the N64 when I was younger. I understood the basic concept of how to play tennis. Prior experiences in life really should have taught me that grasping the concept of a sport doesn't mean we'll actually be any good at playing it, but it didn't occur to me back then. So, I tried out for the team, and a bit of beginner's luck got me onto third string. Along with my partner, whose name I can't recall, we practiced after school a couple of times per week. I fit in pretty well at first. We drilled pretty often, though if I recall correctly, we mostly stuck to practice games against each other. First and second string versus each other, same between third and fourth, and so on. In hindsight, Coach may have been a little bit inattentive, though I'm hesitant to blame him for the hardships to come. Out of everyone on JV, only 4 players, both in first and second string respectively, had any prior experience playing tennis. Our first game came up pretty soon. I forget exactly whom we were facing, but my team quickly proved that we weren't ready for competition despite our upbeat attitudes. Our second game soon followed with the same result. Not a single group on my team won any of their games. Try as I might, I couldn't get the ball to land where I needed it to. I could hit it well enough, but I couldn't control it, couldn't make it go straight. It's just too easy to hit too hard and send it out of bounds. My beginner's luck had worn off, and I was soon demoted down to exhibition myself, while my partner stayed on third string. I made a point to practice every day, even on the days when we didn't meet up at school. I didn't improve by much, though. I stayed on exhibition, and my team kept losing matches. Even though my exhibition games did nothing to improve my team's reputation at this point, I still played as well as I could manage. It didn't change the fact that I, as well as the rest of the team for the most part, had become disheartened. At several points I had wanted to quit. The way that I saw it, if I was no good and my games didn't matter anyway, then I was essentially wasting my time by even showing up. The last game I can remember, every team but first string lost out. Our old upbeat attitudes were gone. We just got back on the bus, even as first string still fought it out. We already figured it a foregone conclusion. Win or lose, it wouldn't be enough to break our collective losing streak. Coach berated us for that later. He claimed that by not getting over ourselves and supporting first string's efforts, we were partially to blame for their loss. He mentioned something along the lines of winning being less the point than supporting your teammates. Would have been nice if that was a lesson they taught in the rest of school. Pity that. I didn't go back for another season. I didn't have the time, what with homework to deal with, and seeing as it took an hour to walk to school, transportation was out too. More importantly, though, I think I was just out of patience for the sport. I'd learned my lesson this time. I have to admire my original motivation for trying to break out of my rut of homework and video games, which has persisted since then. I didn't do well at tennis, but at least I stayed until the end of the season, and I stayed as involved as I could under the circumstances. Still, I can't help but think that I sabotaged myself by stepping out of my element. I still wonder if I'm set in my ways in that regard.